Put your motherfucking hands up.
Hi guys, my name is Lucas. I'm going to show how I made that rhythm drop. I'm just going to go through the drums really quick, and then I want to show you how I made the basses. So for the drums, I have a simple kick and clap pattern. So it's like a basic clap and a pre-shifted clap layered underneath. And for the kick, I went for a more like punchy hip-hop kick. And then I have a ride and a hi-hat. Also have a crash. And the crash opens up more on the second half of the drop. So altogether with the drums, it's going to sound like this. And for the processing, there's really not too much. I have a reverb bus for the cymbals, just some reverb, and then an EQ cutting the lows. And for the kick and clap, I have a little bit of saturation, and this EQ is not doing anything, but yeah, a little bit of lows cut out on this one. That's for the clap. And then also just saturation. So nothing too complicated. I just wanted to show that really quick, but now we're going to get into the basses. Okay, so now that I showed how I did the drums, I'm just going to show how I go about making the basses and the drops. So instead of explaining how I make these basses and going through how I made it, I'm just going to do one from scratch. So I'm just going to open up a serum, and I'm going to link it to the channel where I have all my processing. So I have 3 OTTs altogether and 3 dispersers and a camel crusher. I also have a EQ cutting out the sub because I like to do a separate sub. And this one's just saturating the peaks, so you could just get another saturator to do that. So I'm going to go to the initial patch for serum. I'm just going to put this down 2 octaves. And I'm going to make a shape with LFO1 so I can control the level. And I'm going to do something kind of like this. Okay, now I'm going to put the unison to 10, and I want to put LFO1 on the detune. And I want to put the random all the way down. I'm going to go in the global tab and put the width to 0. I'm going to turn on oscillator B and also put the unison to 10 and also put LFO1 on the detune. Oh, I got to turn off the level, put it to 0 for oscillator B. I'm going to turn on the filter and put this to bandpass filter, do band 12. Put LFO1 on the cutoff. Also, probably going to turn up the drive, maybe put LFO1 on the drive just a bit. And also put it on the resonance. Cool. Also probably add some sync. So I'll go to LFL2 and I'll put it on trigger and put this to 1/2, and I'll have it controlling the sync. And also put the random to 0 for oscillator B. Now I'm going to add some hyperdimension. I'm gonna turn the mix up to like about 35%. Turn the size to 0 on the dimension. I'm gonna turn the mix for the hyper around, let's do like 15, around there. I'll put the detune and rate all the way up. And I'll add some distortion. And I'll also add a compressor, and I'll set this to multiband. And I'm also gonna put a filter, and I'm gonna set this to a comb filter. Let's do comb plus. I'll put the cutoff to the left, and then I'll have LFO1 controlling the resonance around here. Maybe we could do a shape like this. Now we can mess around where the detune is positioned. You can also try putting the octave up one for oscillator B. Oh, I forgot to set it to FM from B, so let's do that. And put the LFO1 on the FM. Cool, now we could try to make a pattern. Maybe just something simple. And then maybe we could do this. And then we can put our sub in. I'm actually just gonna copy those notes over and then put this down. And then I'm gonna change it to be like this. Now that we have a rhythm and we're almost there, we could just mess around with the LFO and maybe the FM or the sync until we get something that we like. We can also try to add some noise. And we'll maybe do bright white and have LFO1 control the level just barely. And also check the noise box on the filter. Maybe set this to off. Maybe raise the C. And yeah, and then you could just keep on tweaking it until you find something that you really like. So I'll just put this underneath here, and we'll be able to hear what it sounds like in context.
Put your motherfucking hands up.
guess that concludes our tutorial. I'm just gonna play it one more time.
Put your motherfucking hands up.